Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, so many people are in here. Hi, hello, hey, hey, Emily. All right, let's take a look here. Hey, Amy. Hey, Rocky's World. Can you guys not hear me? I just joined because nobody was here when I started the live, so I just joined in. Hey, everyone. Oh my gosh, so many questions. Okay, let me shuffle. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. What's coming for Emily this week? Emily, uncertainty. We have the Seven of Cups. This can indicate a lot of things going on at once, having to juggle multiple things or make decisions that you might not feel fully clear about or have clarity on. I don't see like big things happening. It seems like maybe there's a lot of energy surrounding you at this time, but not anything that's like going to shift your week or make a huge difference in your life. But you could find yourself going back and forth. Maybe like if you have plans and those plans fall through, or it's like a lot of rescheduling or feeling like you have to force a situation to happen that just isn't meant to happen. Like for example, if you make plans with your friends, but then something comes up with them, but then they say they want to get together later on in the day, and then you're like, okay, that sounds good, but then you get a headache, and then you're like, maybe we shouldn't do these plans. Kind of like that energy for the week. Seven of Cups is just very all over the place. Nothing's really grounded, nothing's really set in stone. So just kind of expect the unexpected, but just know that I don't foresee any like huge things happening for you this week that's going to like be any kind of like turning point or anything like that. Maybe some social aspects. The Seven of Cups has a lot to do with like wanting to get out and do things or make plans. So that could also be something that you're doing this week as well. You're welcome. Amy says, despite everything going on with my partner Jacob missing. Show me a yes or a no for Amy, please. Show me a yes or a no for Amy. We have a yes, Six of Cups. This does indicate reunions and reconciliations and missing someone or longing for a time that they feel does not exist anymore. So feeling very nostalgic. Terry, hello and welcome in. Positive vibes. Positive vibes. I have a yes, Three of Pentacles. I think that if you meet this person, other people will be around. I don't know if it's going to be a one-on-one, but I think either you bring a friend to the encounter or he brings a friend or a family member. There's like a group meeting, or maybe there's a chaperone, something like that. But it feels like there's multiple people there, but I am getting a yes that you will meet. Hi, Queen 707. Welcome in. General for Terry. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome, Emily. General for Terry, please. We have the Two of Wands, two paths and decisions. So whereas Emily was like having a bunch of options, you are kind of deciding between two things. Should you stay? Should you go? Should you give up on a certain situation and move on to something new? maybe having to decide to stand your ground a little bit more with a certain person, or try to leave well enough alone. Um, Essentially, you're just trying to find where the grass is green for you, and maybe you feel a little bit detached and a little bit withdrawn from certain things that you thought might have turned out better or might have worked out better, and maybe you're distancing yourself from that possible outcome. But right now it's just a matter of you kind of like trying to gauge your, and navigate through your feelings that you have, regarding two things or two people or two situations. uh Queen 707, will I move into a new house in July? I have a yes, actually, King of Cups. So if that's a realistic option for you, I would say it's going to happen. Meaning, if you haven't even started house hunting, it could happen this month, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. But if you're kind of already in the middle of that process and these things are already in the works, then I would say July is a very realistic timeline for you. It may be good to trust in an advisor. The King of Cups is someone who has your best interest at heart. This could also speak to a male lender, realtor, or maybe an advisor of some sort. If the house is like a rental, maybe it's owned by a man that's like the landlord, something along those lines. But essentially, it's saying that there is someone that you can trust here that has your best interests in this process. If you guys don't put the surfs up or like the emoji as I have in the instructions, you might be skipped over, okay? Hey Kevin, welcome in. Just so you guys know, donations are open. If you donate, please let me know. You're welcome, Queen. Medea, I am getting a no. I don't think that this situation's gonna get you much further along than what it is that you're wanting. So, for example, if this is a promotion, or if this is a new job, or if this is a new person, a friend, a romantic interest, whatever this proposal is that you're talking about, or this offer, I feel like it's not going to get you much further. Like, I feel like you might be looking at it as an opportunity for something big to change, but I have the Hanged Man here. So that's indicating that you're not really going to be able to move forward much. The Hangman, it kind of stands still. It speaks to pauses and delays, and it talks about not necessarily moving back, but not moving forward either. This is a lateral move. So I hope that that helps. Terry sent a donation for a BOGO. Terry, thank you. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're the first one on my list, Terry, but I'll double check. What's coming for MA this week? MA, we have the Temperance card. So this talks about doing things in moderation, no crazy spending your money. Be very careful and thoughtful with how you spend. The people that you spend your time with, you want to protect your peace. The Temperance card talks about doing things in moderation. So don't make any impulsive decisions this week. Think basically think through everything in a rational way. Also, this talks about a time for forgiveness and a time for compromise. So if you have any type of relationship, friendship, family dynamic where you feel like things are kind of on the rocks or things could be better, this talks about working through that this week would be probably the best possible outcome for you. It also talks about finding that tranquility, serenity, piece that you're looking for in all of your relationships, including your relationship with yourself. Ace, welcome in. Anything about my love life for the remainder of 2023? We have the Ace of Cups. So this talks about a new relationship. So essentially someone new coming in for you. A lot of times if you're already in a relationship, I say that your relationship's reaching a new level or a new height. Sometimes people who are currently in relationships will say the Ace of Cups is like give breathing new fresh air into the connection. Maybe having more feelings or expressing more feelings for that person. But if you're not in a relationship, this would indicate a new beginning in romance and love. So you could be entering in a new connection or a new commitment before the end of the year. This also talks about fertility in pregnancy. So keep in mind that that may be, if that's not something you want, just be extra careful with intimate encounters. And also it talks about going on lots of dates and socializing. Hey Philomena, welcome in. Philomena, did you want to redeem your reading today? We have 1 minute left of the free list. I'll get to as many people as I can. You're welcome, MA. Medea says, of course, it helps me a lot. I'm going to refuse it. You're welcome. I'm single, so I'm excited for a new connection. Ace, thank you. You're welcome. Surf's up. How does the Taurus feel about me at this time? Roses, I have the Two of Pentacles. This indicates a maybe. This indicates someone who is juggling or trying to decide the better choice here. Sometimes it's not quite the Two of Wands, but it kind of gives me that two of Wands energy where it's like, should I stay? Should I go? Should we reconcile? Should we just walk away? Kind of thing. I feel like he's trying to weigh the pros and cons of your connection at this time. So I would feel like he's being very realistic about your connection, and he's not thinking emotionally, he's thinking logically. And yeah, he hasn't made any decisions yet as to what he's going to do about it. Oh, and Philomena donated for another. Philomena, I'll add you to the list. Thank you. All right, guys, so we hit our 15-minute timer. I know that we have a couple people waiting. I'm going to get to Kevin because we're almost at 16 minutes. If we had no donations waiting right now, I would probably do a couple more. But I am going to have to cut it off with Kevin because we have people waiting for their donation. And we're about 16, 17 minutes into this. So Kevin will be my last one. We are going to move on to donations. How will my experience in union living and jury rental for my second year of college? How will the experience be for Kevin? Kevin, I have 4 swords. So this talks about you maybe focusing a lot on your schoolwork, a lot more on your work in general. Not a lot of socializing. I feel like this is very work focused or very studies focused. There's going to be a lot of time where you're going to need a lot of rest and kind of recuperation from a lot of hard work that you're putting in. So I'm not sure what type of atmosphere or experience you're looking to have. You're welcome, Roses. But just know this is one where we're not going to be making like a lot of friends necessarily. You're going to have to be kind of antisocial during this time. But I do feel like this place will be a place of peace for you, a place where even though you're working very hard, you feel like it's getting you where you want it to be, where you want to be in life. The Four of Swords indicates a lot about feeling like I'm where I'm supposed to be, I'm on the right path, I'm working towards a goal. I feel like I'm getting a lot out of this to replenish myself. So I feel like maybe this is a good grounding place. This is a good place for you to go to feel very much yourself and who you are and very confident and stable. But I feel like there's not a very big social aspect to being in this place that you're asking about. So if that's okay with you, then that's a win. You probably will find a lot of like-minded people in this place as well, though. A lot of people have similar goals and stuff to you. All right, so let's update the donations list really quickly, see where we are. All right, we have Terry, we have Philomena, we have Sarah. You're welcome, Kevin. That's good, I'm glad. All right. So Terry, you'll be first for the BOGO. Let me know if you're ready to post for your BOGO. Philomena, you can also post your questions. We have you down for 2 mini readings.
This artifact is made of metal, wood, glass, and porcelain. It stands 22 inches high and 7.5 inches wide. This object is made to resemble a child. This artifact represents a brilliant inventor's most terrifying. Location of the Thomas Edison National Park. It's the site of Edison's former home and laboratory, and is dedicated to preserving his illustrious legacy.
Philomena, I have your first question. Thank you. Hey, Cappy Rising, how are you? All right. How does Teth currently feel towards Terry? Ooh, so Terry, I feel like you guys are heading in the right direction. We have the Chariot here, which means that he does not feel any distractions when it comes to you. He's very much focused on you and you only. So that would indicate to me that he doesn't have anyone else that he's talking to. He's kind of got tunnel vision when it comes to you. He's very focused on you and the connection, and he's interested and eager to keep moving it forward. I feel like this also gives a little bit of a indication that he is feeling, I don't know, I feel like he feels good about it, Terry. This is, oh, Sarah, change your name. Sent for 3. So Sarah, what would you like to do? Are we doing like 2 10 cards and a mini, or what is it that you wanted? You haven't heard from him in a while. All right. Well, I am seeing that he wants to keep moving this along. So maybe he's just gotten a little bit busy, girl. He is feeling like a king when he talks to you. There's something here about devotion and loyalty as well. I feel like he feels inspired by you. And we also have the 10 of Pentacles, which indicates, got it, Cappy. You got it, girl. All right. 2 tens and a mini. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles indicates that if I didn't think of it the first time when I saw the Chariot, I'm definitely getting double confirmation here that he wants you to be in his life long term. The 10 of Pentacles is like a long term, long time type of card that indicates that he doesn't have any plans to abandon or withdraw from this connection anytime soon. He's coming through as the King of Pentacles as well. So he definitely feels like a leader when it comes to you. So maybe you also help boost his confidence as well, making him believe in himself. You have the Lovers here, which talks about like major, significant, or extraordinary connections with someone, feeling temptation towards you, feeling like you're the perfect union and ideal partner for him. He's feeling romance. He's feeling sexual desires. He's feeling friendship. He wants to unite with you in person, is what I'm getting. So maybe he wants to take you out. He's coming through as someone who he feels you can rely on. He wants to be someone that you can rely on and depend on. Let's see. Will he contact her soon? Will he contact her soon, please? Will he contact her soon? I'm getting a yes, 9 of Cups. So you should hear from him again, Terry. What's your second question? Hey, Mary. Welcome in. Mary, I do have a PayPal link. Let me post it for you. And if you want to know my pricing on anything, if you scroll up a little bit in the chat, you should see it. The Nightbot posted it, but also if it's easier, you can look at my description under this video and you will see all the different types of readings that I offer. You're welcome. And I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Terry, you said the next 3 months. Was that a question? Emily, thank you for the donation. I'll add you to the list. You should be after Sarah. Okay, Emily? It did go through. So Terry, are we doing a general for the next 3 months, or did you want something specific in your career or love for the next 3 months? General. Okay, you got it. Nyasia, hey girl, welcome in. I'm updating the donation list right now. Shayna, I'm adding you to the list for a mini. You are going to be after Emily. All right, and then we'll add Nyasia. And I'm just going to throw Mary on here because I think she was thinking about donating. So just to make sure she doesn't lose her spot. Where are the holiday drinks and plates at? Not at my house, that's for sure. All right, so let's shuffle for Terry. General for the next 3 months. General for Terry next 3 months, please. All right, so Terry, this is a very like tapping into a feminine side of you for the next 3 months. I'm gonna see if it kind of changes over the course of time. I'm gonna keep pulling cards, but the one thing I'm seeing is that you're gonna be chock full of ideas. Yes, Emily, speak it. Speak it into existence for me, please. You're gonna be chock full of ideas and inspiration. You might even, Terry, come up with so many different ideas of like how to promote yourself on social media, how to boost your business if you want to start a new business, or you maybe have a bunch of ideas of what you could do in regards to that, whether it's a blog style or it's being like a content creator, or you know what I mean, like, or just different ideas. I just feel like you're getting a lot of inspiration, a lot of planning here. This is kind of the stage where it's like the creation stage for you, Terry, where I don't feel like a lot of action will be applied just yet, but I feel like you're kind of trying to come up with maybe branding ideas and techniques and reaching out to people, because this is kind of like the beginnings here for you. So that's good. I think that's always good. I'm hoping that maybe over the next 3 months, if you're really tapping into all these ideas and inspiration, then maybe like the next 3 months after that, you can actually start applying these things for you. Let's see. I see cycles ending here. specifically regarding if you're feeling stressed out about a situation or you're feeling mental overload. I feel like it's definitely coming to an end. You're now moving into a phase that's more exciting and more fun and inspired versus feeling very heavy and weighed down. Ooh, I like it. So spirit is either saying, is giving you advice or telling you what's going to happen. I'm not quite sure, but either you're going to decide for yourself to keep these ideas and inspiration to yourself, or spirit is saying don't tell anyone. I'm not sure, but the general idea here is that whatever plans you have, don't tell many people or don't tell anyone. Keep those things to yourself, write them down, journal about them, put them in your iPad or your MacBook or whatever, your phone. But don't share these ideas with people right now. Don't apply them. Don't share branding ideas. Just let the inspiration come in until you have a clear picture. Keep them to yourself for now. General for the next 3 months for Terry. So they're showing that you'll have proper funding to make these dreams come true. I have the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So once you do your due diligence, once you come up with the plan that you have and you want to set in motion, that you are going to be properly supported throughout that journey. So you might start off doing things that don't cost a lot of startup in the beginning, but over time you will start to be funded for these things. I feel like what it is that you want to do and the ideas that you have are here to support you. These dreams are here to support you, and you'll know that it's what you're supposed to be doing because you're going to get money for it. You're going to be able to support yourself for it. A lot of people think that if you're doing a certain type of work that it's supposed to be given away for free, and that's not necessarily the case. I feel like you could do something very fairly but still get paid for it. For example, spiritual work, it's very taboo for people to think that you're supposed to get paid for it because it's spiritual work. And I think you are supposed to get paid for it. I think the more that people respond to you and the more that you do, the more you get paid for it, the more you realize you're in alignment with what it is you're supposed to be doing. So for you, Terry, depending on where in what direction you're going, I feel like you're going to kind of know you're on the right path because you will be financially supported, and you will also be like supported by people as well, being very interested and eager in what it is you're doing, what you have to share, and what you have to offer. And Naisha says definitely keep to yourself. She's sharing facts. Let's see, general for the next 3 months. Anything else she needs to know? Now, Terry, you might come in. I think the reason they want you to protect your peace and keep your ideas to yourself is because you might have a lot of people around you that are jealous, that don't want you to win. And I think that's really sad to say because I think everyone should support everyone and be happy for each other. But you could have some just Debbie Downers around you where you feel like you have to constantly defend it, and it will make you second guess what it is that you're doing, and make you feel like it's not a good idea or make you feel like you won't succeed. And so maybe that's why it's important to protect your peace for a little while and keep these ideas to yourself, because the negativity will stifle the creation. It will stifle the inspiration. And you don't want that. You don't want to doubt yourself or second guess. So again, keep these things to yourself. Just know that if you share it, you might feel like you're constantly having to defend your plans or your ideas to other people. And that might make you feel like it's not a good idea when actually it is. So yeah, that is what I've got for you, Terry, the next 3 months. It's a lot more thinking through, feeling through, receiving messages, writing things down, taking inspiration from everywhere, pulling from it to create your own thing. And hopefully, I'm hoping within the next 6 months, you'll start to actually start putting those things into motion. Okay. All right. So next up, we have Philomena. Philomena, if you're here, please say hello. Naya's just in here with all the fire emojis. So cute. Aw, we love the support. Screaming in the audience for you. That's so cute. All right, so Philomena, if you're in here, if you can just check in with me so I know whether or not we need to timestamp your reading. Hey Philomena, thanks for checking in. I'm shuffling for you right now. All right, Philomena, I also have your second question. Thank you. All right, so did Philomena make the right decision by telling Tyler why that they should just be friends? All right, so if Mary is still in here, I just want to let you know I did not get your donation yet. So if you change your mind or you're still considering, then all good. But if you did send a donation, I have not received it. So you may want to just double check. Philomena, did she make the right decision by telling Tyler why that they should just be friends? Did she make the right decision? Please show me a yes or a no. Did she make the right decision? I am getting a yes. I have the temperance. That's indicating to me that it was very important that either you guys take things slow or you guys cool things down between the two of you. So that is definitely a yes for me. I see here with the Two of Swords that you may feel like one option is better than the other, whether that be let Tyler go and move forward into something new, or if there's someone else on your mind, maybe you're having a hard time deciding. But yeah, overall, I am getting a yes. Maybe you're in a place too where you're kind of not really wanting to make any decisions. You kind of just want to let that sit kind of on the back burner and hope that whatever's supposed to be will be. And maybe that the universe will conspire to help you in your love life or show you what it is that you need to know instead of trying to force a situation. I am getting with the Eight of Cups that it's important that you walk away from this idea, focus on your feelings, focus on how this person makes you feel. Do they make you feel good about yourself? Do they make you feel confident? Do they make you feel insecure? Because I feel like by walking away from this person in a relationship capacity, more like just a friendship or acquaintance, you're working closer to your love that you're looking for. I have the Ace of Cups here. So generally speaking, I am getting a yes. The Fool indicates just moving on into a new phase for yourself, moving on basically like a new beginning or a new chapter for you. I told him he needs to focus on himself, figure himself out. I think that's great. Honestly, he should respect you for saying that to him. because a lot of people would really, really try to cling on to an idea or the potential of a situation. If that person wasn't capable of doing that, they might feel a lot of pressure. So the fact that you back off should be received by him with a lot of respect and courtesy. All right, so Philomena says, second question is, what are Ambrose's intentions or feelings? Next up, after Philomena, we have Sarah. So Sarah, if you're ready, you can post your questions. Let me know which questions are the 10 card and which one's the mini. All right, so second question is, what are Ambrose's intentions or feelings? What are Amber's intentions or feelings for Philomena? Okay. Intentions, please. So Philomena, I feel like Ambrose really likes you as far as like there's an attraction. Six of Wands makes me feel like he looks at you as someone to be proud of, someone to be proud. Like if you guys were in a relationship, he would like to show you off. Like you would be someone who he'd want to show the public, you know, who it is he's talking to, who it is he's dating. He generally just comes with a sense of pride and recognition and celebration of being with someone. We also have the Ace of Cups. So this indicates that he does have romantic feelings for you. The Hanged Man means that he might feel pressure in this connection. Like he might feel pressured to maybe define the relationship, or he might feel pressured like he's running out of time and that he has to make a decision about you pretty quickly. He might feel for whatever reason that he does not have adequate time to think through things or make the right decisions here within, like, I feel like for him, he just is like, I need more time to figure this out. And I feel like he feels like he's up against it. He's up against the sand timer, you know, like he's running out of time. That's kind of what it feels like, is that he feels like there's just type of pressure on him. Oh, wow. How far away are those from each other? Oh, I see, like 6.5 hours or something like that. So yeah, that could also indicate a pressure that he's feeling, because when you're interested in someone and you live that far away, there's definitely pressures there that wouldn't otherwise be there if you guys were in a close proximity to one another. So as far as his intentions is, he's thinking, I want to think through this logically. I don't want to make any like hasty or impulsive decisions. I have the Temperance and the Queen of Swords. So if you were to look up these cards on Google, for example, you would see that the Temperance says that this person doesn't want to rush into anything, doesn't want to jump into anything without thinking it through. Temperance means doing things in moderation, slowly, and having patience. And the Queen of Swords is someone who thinks with their head over their hearts, makes logical decisions as well. So yeah, as far as the decisions go, is he's not completely writing you off or anything, but he's saying, I'm feeling a lot of pressure with this situation. There is added difficulty or hardship, and he feels like he just wants to, before you guys do anything official, he wants to feel like he has enough time to think it through. Kind of just like, let's see how this goes. It's kind of like the vibe. So Philomena, thank you for coming in. Thank you for your extra donation as well today. I hope you enjoy your readings with me. Sarah is back in time. Let me update the donation list just so everyone knows where they are, because I haven't posted that in a minute. It looks like Sarah ended up not making a donation. So that is the updated list. After Sarah's 3 readings, we have Emily. So Emily, if at any point in the next 10 minutes you want to post your question, you can. Vetus, hello and welcome in. Thanks for being here. How's life going for you, Vetus? Good. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy to see you say pretty good. We're shuffling for Sarah right now. Looks like I have a donation from Rising Storm. So Rising, thank you. You'll be after Nyasia. I remember when you first started the channel, we've all grown so much. I'm so proud. Oh, thank you. We all have changed. Think about all of our lives, how much they've changed since my channel started. It's crazy. Some people are in new serious relationships. Some people have had another baby, moved house, moved to, or purchased a house, or moved to a new state or a new location. Maybe even some people walked away from certain relationships. Lots of growth has happened here. What are some messages for my spirit guides that I need to know right now? Struggling a bit lately. Okay, so first out we have Page of Wands, which quite literally means good news. Okay, so I feel like this could be a turning point for you, that things are going to be on the more up and up versus this place that you're in now, which can indicate things changing. It's ruled by Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is very go with the flow, be unique, be different, march to the beat of your own drum, not really care what other people think. So for you, and I'm assuming you're a Capricorn rising, I'm not sure what your other signs are, but maybe it would be important for you to lean into that trendsetter, leader type of part to your personality. maybe with the way that you talk or the way that you dress or the way that you accessorize or an interest or hobby that you're interested in. See, you have everything is earth sign, right? Everything is very like, I got to do it this way, I got to be this way. You have amazing leadership qualities. Maybe you feel like you're also the responsible one. People might say you're like the mom in the group sometimes if you go out with your friends, or maybe you organize maybe templates and lists and itineraries are very important to you, very very grounded. So spirit's kind of saying like lean into the positive sides of those things. Maybe you're not necessarily a fire sign, maybe you don't resonate with just flying by the seat of your pants, maybe you like making plans. But Page of Wands talks about leading, taking those positive attributes that you have. For instance, a Capricorn rising, you have the greatest potential to set trends, to try a new product and tell people about it, and people will listen to you. You're great at making people interested in what you have to say or what it is that you're offering. Um, Cappy Risings are great salespeople as well. They're really good at like making people feel like they're in on the newest and next best thing. So maybe lean into the positive qualities that you have that make you unique, that make you stand out, even if it's just picking up a new hobby or just something new and fun or dressing a new type of way or just getting more creative. I think sometimes earth signs can have a hard time with just doing things for the fun of it, being spontaneous. So with the Page of Wands here, it's talking about how try to find inspiration in your everyday life. Inspiration to me personally is power. I know people say wealth is power, people say knowledge is power, but I say it's creation. It's creation, and inspiration is truly how you're powerful. Think about people who go into the same, they do the same thing every day. Like Happy, if you feel like you're in a routine, if you feel like you need to change something up in your life, like you feel like you're in a rut, it's a really great to take after fire or earth signs. Just do something crazy, do something different. Take up making something in the kitchen that you never would make. Try a new recipe. Inspiration and creation are power, because if you're stuck in a rut and you're in a routine and you do the same thing day in and day out, day in and day out, day in and day out, you feel like slowly your soul is being sucked out of you. You want to know why? It's because you're not inspired, because you are doing the same thing every single day and nothing is changing, because your life is lacking creativity, it's lacking inspiration. And when you have that, you feel like anything is possible. Your faith is restored. You feel like, oh, I've sought another way out, I have created another way out. So do something different, and it can just be something simple. It doesn't have to be anything like crazy. It could literally be trying a new recipe. But it'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel good just doing something different. So I feel like Spirit is saying like you might feel that you're stuck in a rut. You might feel like things are a bit stagnant for you and nothing is really changing. And get out there and do something different, or stay home and do something different. But change up your life, pick up a new hobby, do something that you haven't done before. Knight of Swords does indicate big changes. So you have a card here talking about good news and big changes coming your way. I'm living with family now and I plan to move, but there are some delays with my RN license after I graduate. I feel like living at home is sucking me dry. I hope to get my own space soon. I mean, yeah, I can totally get that. But you also want to be like realistic, right? If it doesn't make sense for you to move right now, you don't have to do something big, but do something little, do something fun. Try a new lipstick color, try an eyeshadow palette that is totally not you. It doesn't have to mean that you like it. It doesn't mean that it has to be successful in the end. It just means that you tried something new, and you'll feel that inspiration and that creativity where you're not like, for you to say that something's sucking you dry, that to me is the epitome of you being stuck in a rut. You need something, even like as little as like changing a piece of clothing in your wardrobe, or getting some cool, like really pretty lingerie. Even though you're not dating someone, it's okay, get it just for you. Just doing something that makes you feel like you are different in some capacity could really change your whole entire perspective. Not having that independence, yeah. So, you know, you have to be realistic. If it doesn't make sense to move out, then don't do that. But find other ways that will make you feel like your life is changing a little bit. And hopefully your wheels are turning. Pick up a new hobby, new recipe, new makeup, new wardrobe. Even like a different, maybe even reading, like maybe you don't really read, maybe trying something new like that, something that's not going to break the bank, but it does make you feel like you're something about some aspect of your life is changing. So that is what I've got for you, girl. What can I answer for you next? I find a new hobby can really change everything. Like the second that I picked up tarot, I started feeling like I was a different person. And pretty soon I'm going to do sourdough. I just want to learn how to make sourdough for the health benefits and for the gut health benefits and things like that. And just like being able to know how to make something from scratch that will feed my family makes me feel really good. But you could take up dance lessons, you know, you could, I don't know, there's just so much that you could do. Painting, some type of craft. Thanks, Nyasia. All right, so next up we have the mini. All right, Cappy says, what is coming towards me in love? Next up, after Cappy Rising, we have Emily. So it looks like Emily's around. So Emily, whenever you're ready, you can post your question. What's coming towards Cappy in love? Hastiness, speed, progress, and movement. You again have the Page of Wands, good news. I feel like feelings being returned is kind of what I'm getting here. I feel like with the Eight of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of people wanting your attention, a lot of people chasing you, coming after you, trying to pursue you. I was like, what's the word? Trying to pursue you, multiple people essentially being able to reciprocate the feelings that you have and give to you. Generosity. Seeing who is this person? Who is this person? Good. A drop-in daycare. That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. That's cool. It's almost like babysitters on call kind of thing. I like it. Do you know a Scorpio, Cappy Rising? Actually, a Scorpio or Capricorn energy. This is someone that's very similar to you, is what I'm picking up, but nothing was able to really, or nothing has developed from this. We have pages here, so it's making me feel like it could be someone younger than you, maybe, doesn't have to be, or someone you feel like the connection hasn't really progressed with. They look like to be a hard worker under a lot of stress right now, that you may have been a part of a third party with them, like you were in a relationship or they were in a relationship when you guys were around one another. Let's see. Is this person coming back around? Let's see. Is this someone from the past? I am getting that this is someone from the past. But because we have multiple options here, there could also be someone new, some new energy here in the mix. When can she expect? Let's see. I'm gonna see when you can expect for your love life to change. Let me see if I can get timing for you. Oh shit. Do you really? Oh damn. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, tarot in timing. When can she expect some things to shift in her love life? When can she expect things to shift in her love life? Okay, so they're saying with the Wheel of Fortune, it does indicate that there's not really specific timing. I just want to throw that out there. Wheel of Fortune kind of indicates that things need to settle, that nothing is set in stone, that there's other things going on in your life and this other person's life that kind of has to come to a resolution or come to a head before anything can happen. But I do have a tentative timeline starting in October. So I would say in the fall is probably when you'll see things start to change for you in your love life. Sometime in October is my guess. What is your third question? Emily, thank you for checking in. We're working on Sarah's last reading right now, Emily, just so you know, and then we'll be with you very soon. Want to check on B Taurus energy towards me. We had a weird ass conversation. Oh no. B Taurus energy towards Sarah, please. I got you. You're like, you finally talked to me, and then you're like inebriated. You're intoxicated. So he's still very much focused on his work. Sarah, the first thing that's come out here is the Eight of Pentacles. So that just kind of means that's his first and foremost priority at this time. He has a hard time at night when it comes to you. I am only going to assume that he wasn't day drinking when he contacted you. This was in the evening time. But he does have a hard time at night. I think that he really realizes at night his lack of intimacy that he is like that's void in his life, that he feels like he isn't experiencing. He doesn't have much issue during the day, I feel, because he has a lot going on. He has a lot of other stuff to focus and other distractions, but I think at night he really has a lot of regrets when it comes to you. And I think that he I would say that's when he thinks about you the most. He continues to think that this connection is a challenge for him, and maybe even for you both. You also feel the same way. And he is not in a place right now where he wants to make any decisions regarding this. I'm picking up Two of Swords means that you kind of put your fight down. Like you are saying, I'm not going to fight for this. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm going to hope that it works out for the best for us both. But I need either the universe or God or whomever to step in. But I'm not fighting for this. I'm waving the white flag and I'm saying I'm putting my sword down. And whatever will happen, will happen. It can indicate that he is feeling indecisive, or that he flat out just doesn't want to fight for this or do anything at this time. We also have the Judgment card, so he could feel, again, from you, harsh judgments in the decisions that he does make. Maybe he feels like he makes a lot of bad choices in decisions, so then he feels like he can't really trust himself to make the right choices. He doesn't really feel like he has a lot to offer you at this time. The Knight of Wands talks a lot about like kind of like when you have like a friends with benefits kind of relationship. Like, and whenever I see the Knight of Wands, I feel like someone doesn't have a lot to offer. Like he might just be able to offer conversation to you, or he might just be able to offer a physical relationship, or he might just be able to offer I don't know, a friendship, something like that, but it's still lacking the full spectrum of what a relationship would be. And that's what I see a lot with the Knight of Wands, is that someone doesn't feel like they have much to give or much to offer. He right now is considering you as a friend. It doesn't mean that there aren't deeper feelings there, that there isn't attraction there, and there isn't a desire for a future relationship with you. It just means at this time, he's just viewing you as a friend. Um, or he feels like that's the extent of what it is that he can offer this connection at this time. I feel like there's a lot that he holds back, a lot that he doesn't tell you. We have the moon here, so he may not express his feelings to you or really tell you all the time what it is he thinks of you, which is that he thinks very highly of you. I think that maybe that night, that example with the drinking is just he needed the liquid courage to talk to you. I think that he may have really been missing you and wanting to communicate with you, but he just didn't come forward in the best way. And maybe he got himself past a point of being comprehensive. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but it was like he got past to the point of you being able to understand, him and what it is that he was doing. I feel like he feels deflated and defeated about your relationship. I think that he may be a little bit depressed. We have the Ten of Swords here. So he's feeling I feel like there's a part of him in his soul that really hopes and fights for this connection. But I think that as time goes on, he really wonders, like, is he being realistic? He feels exhausted. He feels like he puts a lot of energy into the fantasy of your connection. Yeah. So that is what I have for you, Sarah. Okay, so next up we have Emily. Emily, I'm gonna let you post your question, and while you do that, oh, I see you posted already. If it's cool, Emily, I'm just gonna run to the restroom really quickly, and I'll be back to you in just a second. You're welcome. Sarah, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming in. All right. Oh, that's not your question. Let's see. Hey, High Priestess, thank you for the donation. I got it. What are we doing for you? So Emily says, the past few days I keep seeing 111 or 1111 when Tom pops in my head, and I've been seeing his name everywhere. What does this mean for the connection? Luna, also, I bought a book, and in it were the names Emily and Tom, and they were a couple. Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't even know this when I bought the book. My jaw dropped. Wow. I mean, those are common names, but to be characters in a book that are also in a relationship, that's a little crazy. Not sure why all these synchronicities are coming in so suddenly right now. All right, High Priestess, you got it. Who do you want the 9-card love spread to be with? Ooh, drop my cards. So just right off the bat, I associate 111 to be new beginnings. They're kind of like aces to me, which indicates new feelings, new relationships, new inspiration coming in. Ones are just newness, new opportunities, and new beginnings. So this could indicate like a turning point for you and the connection with him. 1111 essentially means like we are mirroring one another. So maybe you are thinking similar things at the same time that he is. Maybe the feelings that you have towards the connection is something that he is also feeling. People associate 1111 with making a wish and manifesting what it is that you want for those wishes to come true. 1111 is also associated with twin flames as well, or reuniting or uniting with your love, with your person. So I would say that it's really good to see those numbers when you're thinking about him, because that could indicate a reconcile and reunion coming in between the two of you. But I'm going to pull some cards and see if there's any other specific details or information I can get that would explain why you're experiencing these synchronicities. Synchronicities are also meaning that you're kind of achieving the next, I guess, level of your life. Whenever I have synchronicities, I start to feel like I'm merging with my next timeline. And so you can kind of view it the same way. Shayna, I have your question. Thank you. Oh, High Priestess has a specific question. That sounds good, High Priestess. I'm sorry. I thought we were doing a 9-card love spread, but we can just pull 9 cards for your specific question that you have. All right, so Emily, I'm shuffling for you now. Do not apologize, girl. No, I can do a 9-card, but sometimes it's like a 9-card love spread, so I just didn't know, but we're all good. Hey, babe, when you get a second, do you mind turning on one of the lights? It's like suddenly go. Okay. Do you want me to mute my computer real quick while you listen to it?
No, that's fine.
You don't have to get up.
Alright, yeah, can you Yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah, I'll mute it. Emily, I'm shuffling for you right now. I'm gonna mute really quickly. All right, let's see. Why is this happening and what does it mean for the connection? So we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is kind of like the Empress, and it talks about fertility and prosperity. So the Queen of Pentacles is, or the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, because that's kind of the energy I'm picking up, is one where we're growing. Things are getting better. We're creating a new life, so to speak. And there's this growth that happens here. So it could indicate that there's like a budding romance or budding reconnection here that's starting to happen or starting to grow and gain momentum. I'm kind of picking up Leo season, Emily. So I think it's just around the corner of Leo season, and that could be why. The Ten of Wands is here, which indicates the end of stress. So it's kind of feeling like there's a shift happening for your connection and that you guys are going to begin a new phase. Let's see. Why does this keep happening? Oh, you're a Leo. Again, endings. We have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. What does this mean for the connection, please? Eight of Wands, communication coming in, messages, phone calls, conversation. I would say, or maybe even put money on it, that with this reading, this indicates a reconnection. I cut the deck and I have the Two of Cups. A reconnection of the two of you where you guys will be more in communication with one another, messages going back and forth, and that this stage of your relationship will be coming to an end. The chills a lot of times to me is confirmation. Ringing in my ears and chills I find is confirmation. So if that's what you're getting, then I hope that that also feels true to you. All right, Emily, thank you so much. Let me update the donation list so everyone knows where they are. right, so Sheena J, my old bestie, reached out after 8 years of no contact. He reached out because he had a dream about me last week. Oddly enough, I had a dream about him that same day. Oh gosh. I love hearing stories like this because it's very rare. And a lot of times when you dream about someone, it's someone you're not in contact with anymore. You can't get that confirmation. You can't get that confirmation from them that they were thinking about you, and that's why you had this like psychic telepathic incident. You don't really ever get that confirmation. You just kind of have to follow your gut and go with it, but you don't really ever get that factual proof, and I think that's kind of cool. um all right, so I am shuffling for you now. You said we can call him JD the Leo. Okay, you never dream about him, so it was interesting. Wow, that's really trippy. You're welcome, Emily. All right, what are you trying to reveal to Shayna J and JD the Leo, please? What are you trying to reveal? So, Shayna J, Spirit is trying to bring you guys back together into communication. There could be some things that were not said, left unsaid, or not given closure on, per se. Maybe to some depth inside of you and inside of your inside of him. Maybe it's not something at the forefront of your mind that you think about every single day, but it is there. This feeling of like, are we ever going to talk again? What was the purpose of this connection? um for you guys, you probably think about one another, and it's just kind of there. Now you could even feel that there was a very intense connection between you guys, that this person provided a lot of value in your life and you felt the same way. But maybe the way that things went down, there could be this underlying confusion or desire for communication and closure. I see with the Nine of Swords here, this like indicating like having dreams about one another. Maybe even deep down, even though you don't have dreams that you remember, you might have had some that you forgot, where the general feeling of this person was in the dream, even though you don't have like a recollection of like a specific, sometimes you don't remember the dreams that you have. Maybe the way that things went down between you guys, one of you or both of you could felt abandoned by the other, felt disappointed or let down by the other. And this is Spirit's way of trying to help you guys heal from that, what may have happened. um let's see. They are indicating to me that you guys are like soulmates of sorts. it's not necessarily romantic unless that resonates for you. I'm not necessarily getting that. I am getting more so that this dormant connection that you guys have kind of just had lying there, it needed to resurface. It needed to come through for healing for you both, for you to maybe be able to clear some things off your chest, for you to feel mutually acknowledged and feel like there was a conversation that was reciprocated between the both of you. You guys are very dominant people. I see you both have leadership styles. And you also have to consider they're telling me that you guys are completely different people now. So maybe a relationship or a connection that didn't work back then could be maintained now because of how different you guys really are. And so the main thing is that they want you to know that you guys have both thought about each other from time to time. And maybe while it wasn't like this thing that you just had, I mean, what I'm trying to say, it wasn't like this thing that consumed you every single day, this lack of a relationship with this person, but it still was there. It still was festering deep down within you. And with anything that lies dormant, it has to come to the surface. It has to be revisited if it's something that still gets to you. And maybe because it was mutual, I have the Six of Pentacles here, because you were feeling the same way this person was feeling. It's kind of like things have now come to a head and it's bringing you guys back together to maybe explore a reconciliation or maybe something more. That makes sense. I've known him since I was 11, but our friendship caused a strain in our relationships with other people when we got older, but always felt like a soulmate. Yeah, I mean, that's how this person's coming through. I have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's mostly to kind of like reconnect and reconsider. And you know, if you guys are both single now, not that you have to explore a relationship with this person, I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying that if clearly your significant others felt threatened by your relationship with one another, maybe there was actually something there that like needs to be explored, or maybe there was actually something that you guys didn't realize that other people were picking up on, like that kind of thing. All right, guys, you probably saw in the chat that I posted about 10 minutes ago that it's last call for readings. The list is about to close. I am going to go ahead and close it now. If anyone wants to add on to their reading, or if anyone is in here that was about to donate and hasn't yet but wants to, I will honor that. But everyone else that comes in after this, my list is closed. And we'll see if I come back later on tonight, maybe, but can't make any promises. Shayna says, so interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. You'll have to give us an update on that whole thing and see. I'm curious if anything comes of it. Nyasia, hello. Thank you for checking in. As confirmation, you said someone from the past would be popping up, someone I couldn't be with at the time. I think that's who you're picking up on. Oh, damn. Shayna, do you know which live stream that was that I said that? I would love to go back and rewatch. It was for my July reading. It was accurate as fuck. Oh, thank you for the feedback. Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. Okay, I'll see if I can do a little research and scroll back. I'd be very interested to see what I had to say. Like, I know that I do readings for you guys all the time, but it's like as soon as I do your readings and I like disconnect, basically, I kind of forget. I forget what I've said to people. Sometimes I'll remember like certain connections that you guys ask about if you ask about the same person a lot, but the specific details and stuff I completely forget. I think a lot of readers would agree that it's almost like once we're not connected to, you know, our spiritual team anymore, it's like we're a different person and we forget what we said. But that's so cool. Thank you, Shayna, for that feedback. Oh, you do, Naija? I know some people in the past, they, like, after my live stream is over, they would go in to the live stream and they would comment for themselves to come back to it later. So they would put, like, Jessica 4125 to 4781 or 61 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the time, 81, that's not even a time frame. But you get what I mean. They would go into the live stream where they got a reading from me and they would make little notes for themselves. So that way they could always go back. Or they would put like Jessica and just the Scorpio or something like that. And then they would know like which reading I did and they would timestamp it so that if they ever wanted to come back to it again, they could. And they would just make little comments for themselves. So that way they could just click on it, which I thought was pretty cool or a pretty good idea. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. So they could be like, I think she did a reading for me in June, and then they go to like my June readings, then they see, oh yeah, I timestamped it, and then they go to their timestamp. I mean, it's in a way kind of time consuming, but if you always want to be able to go back to your readings, then it's a good idea. Thank you, Shayna J. I hope you have a good rest of your day/week. And I'll see you next time. That's genius. Yeah, but that way you don't, when you click into it, you can see, oh, I got a reading that day because I made myself a comment. And then you just click on the timestamp because YouTube does that now. I think they've been doing it for, I want to say a year, where if you put a timestamp, then you can just click on it. And then that way it's easy for you to come back to. So they'll be like, they'll put in the comments, like for you, Naija, you'd probably put in the comment of this one. You would say general 3-month for Naija and then put 14136. You know what I mean? And then that way you know what question you asked and where to find your reading at. All right. General 3-month for Naija. After Naija's BOGO, we have Rising for a 10 card. Rising, if you're here and you'd like to post your question, you can do that now. And then after Rising, we have the High Priestess for a 9-card reading. And that will be it. All right, general 3-month, please, for Naisha. What the heck? We have the Lovers. Ace of Wands. So this is like leveling up in your relationship, because Naisha, I think you're in a relationship, right? This is like a new surge of feelings, breathing fresh air into your connection, maybe trying to make a more of a point to spend quality time together and or think of one another, more often do things for each other, but basically putting more focus back into your relationship over the next 3 months. You said he's being nosy. Well, for his benefit, I was actually about to say, that's funny, more like intimacy, because I have the Ace of Wands here. So, as we all know, the wands are very phallic shaped cards, and it indicates more spicy time together, more intimacy, basically just putting more focus back onto one another after a time that maybe you guys felt like you've been very busy or you haven't really been able to spend as much time together as you would like. Over the next 3 months, we're definitely putting more nurturing and nourishment into the relationship. The Lovers talks about being more romantic, desiring one another on a new level, sexual connections, and also it can talk about just general intimacy and showing affection to each other more. Let's see. Oh, we also have Ace of Pentacles. So you have a lot of new energy, Naisha, coming in, where you too will feel inspired as well. But you also have the Ace of Pentacles here, which indicates abundance. So you could have, oh, Rising, thank you so much. You could have like unexpected windfalls of like reimbursements, or maybe you went to the doctor, for example, and there's a credit, so they send you a check, or maybe your car insurance or your health insurance had to do an audit and refund, and so you get an unexpected check in the mail. Or if you guys like have a house, for example, you might get a reimbursement check from them, because you didn't spend as much on taxes that you thought you were going to. Essentially, it's just like basically unexpected blessings that are coming in a financial way, essentially to assist you or help you. If you make bonuses, maybe it's a bigger bonus than you expected. So stuff like that, you know what I mean? And this can come in the form of checks, it can come in the form of like electronic payments, it could come in the form of gift cards or gifts, things like that. But it's definitely materialistic. It's things, because the Pentacles has to do with like finances, money. This could also indicate like job offers and opportunities as well. Hey Cappy, thanks for the donation, girl. You'll be my last one of the day, okay? I closed my list, but I'm gonna honor yours because I did say that if anyone wants to add on to their reading that they can. But you will have to be my last one because we've got some plans after work. Is that for a BOGO? I think it might be for a BOGO. You can let me know. All right, let's see. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands. This indicates an ongoing situation of risky behavior, Naija. So, the first thing that I think of is you exploring different job opportunities and maybe not staying in one place for too long. I personally support that. I think that's great. You and I are very similar minded, where if like you don't like it, it's like, why am I gonna, one life to live in this life, and it's like, why do I want to stay somewhere that's not happy or healthy for me? But at the same time, it can indicate that this behavior or choices that we're making could possibly be a little scary or a little risky. I know that you try your best, you do your best to not leave one job before you move on to the next, which is good. It's very smart. But basically, what they're saying is this should be coming to an end soon. You should be finding yourself more planted and grounded in a career and in a position in your life where things just feel more settled and you don't feel like you're going from one thing to the next to the next. Cappy says 110 card in a reading. Okay, or in a mini. Duh, you want a reading? Definitely explore different jobs. Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere I'm unhappy. No, I completely agree. And to other people that might be perceived as unconventional or untraditional, I personally am on board with how you do it because I could never. I could never. But at the same time, I think that's just more like a confirmation, if you will, that you're going to feel more grounded or planted and settled here soon in a new position where you're not going to feel like you have to jump from ship to ship. You know what I mean? I don't plan to stay long to transition into my business. I just need extra funds to get started, for sure. All right. Anything else for Asia for the next 3 months? All right, so you're gonna like this. We have big changes and opportunities coming in. Seize the moment and jump in with both feet. Be assertive, direct, and honest. Also, your quick wit and your leadership abilities are going to be recognized and you will be rewarded for that. It's indicating that you're coming into even more confidence, where you're strong and assertive and decisive about what it is that you want. And it indicates that you are someone who gets what you want and you don't settle for any less. With the Six of Wands, I feel like you're being recognized by the people in your life, kind of like being praised for this, awarded, or recognized. This card can also indicate public rewards or awards, meaning that essentially you are celebrated in front of other people. This could be like promotions, this could be parties, this could be, I don't know, just a bunch of things where like other people gather around to celebrate you and feeling like you're in the spotlight as well. What can I answer for your second question? Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. So it looks like my Nightbot is trying to betray me by telling people that donations are open, but that's my bad. I should have turned it off. right. Would my landlord be useful for me to start my business? Do you see him allowing me to use one of his 29 properties? Oh, that's an interesting question. All right, let's see. Would landlord be useful to Asia for starting her business? Let's see. Please show me a yes or a no. Would he be useful and helpful to Asia for starting her business and with starting her business? Do you see him allowing her to use one of his 29 properties? Okay, so Naisha, your landlord is very in it for himself. He wants to make wise choices, wise decisions about what it is that he feels would benefit him the most. He's looking out for himself. He's first and foremost in his opinion. So essentially you'd have to go to him with like a very strong what is the word, prospecting. Like you'd have to go to him with a very strong like presentation, even with like projections and things like that, to basically show like that you have a very secure plan and idea, and that you have other investors and things like that. First and foremost, self-serving. Exactly. He's definitely looking out for himself. But I am getting that he would be open to hearing what it is you have to say, and he would be willing to utilize these properties if it benefits him in some way, if it secures something for him long term. I think that he will like what it is you have to say. He will like what it is you stand for. I have the 7 of Wands here, and I also have the 8 of Wands. So this kind of indicates a little stepping stone for you going from 7 to 8, indicating that this might be like the little thing that you need to kind of initiate. But he would need a guarantee that this would be something that would work for him, that this would be a benefit to him. I think he thinks you have a good idea, but at the same time, this is a business to him. So he's, you know, he might be a little bit, if you go to him, he might be a little stoic in his response. He might not want to seem too eager or too excited about the idea, but I feel like he would be open to it. I am getting a yes. That you would really have to, you know, defend your beliefs. You would really have to hold your own and stand your ground, and maintain a professional decorum. I do feel like he would give you the time of day. And I do feel like if it was a very strong plan, then he would be open to it. He might say, let's do it on a temporary basis. I can't guarantee anything long term, but if you come to him with a very strong proposal, that's the word I was looking for, proposal, he would give you the time of day, essentially, is what I'm hearing. Military man, I will work on a pitch and will highlight how it will benefit him. Yes, that's definitely the best thing that you can do, is to show him how this will help him, and how you have like a secure, I guess, foundation. Maybe even show how, even if it's a unique idea, how that could benefit him, because he might want to see something that has stood the test of time, or that's tried and true and something that works. So if you go to him with something that he feels has never been done before, if it's a unique perspective like that, show how he could be one of the first people in the door with something that's like needed and something that's growing and something that will be, you know, you get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. Because I kind of don't get what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to understand the message from spirit. I would say business is like, I'm decent at it, but I'm not like 100% the best. I've never gone to someone with a proposal and asked for like investments, but yes, definitely cater to him and how this would serve him. And I think that you'll find him opening up a little bit more to the ideas. Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you, Night Asia, so much for your donation. I am going to leave it there, but it was really good to talk to you. You're always very supportive. Perfect. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so next up we have Rising Storm. It looks like it's about to rain where I am again. Save you a plate. I don't have any allergies. You're too funny. Not serious allergies. Not anaphylaxis. Have a happy 4th, Naisha. Have a good holiday. All right, so Rising Storm says, been feeling Mike's energy heavy lately. How is he feeling about me? Okay. All right, Spirit, how is Mike feeling, please? How is Mike feeling? Mike feeling at this time? Next up after Rising, we have the High Priestess. High Priestess, if you'd like to post your question now, you can, and I will hold it until it's your turn. How is Mike feeling about Rising truly at this time? So Rising, you have a lot of Neptune in this reading as far as like planetary alignments, and the Neptune rules the mystical realm. It's like the Poseidon, you know, his like freaking the thing that he holds. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Hey hun, do you know?
What?
Poseidon, is it a staff? Poseidon's staff, is that what it's called?
No, Triton.
Triton?
Yeah.
What is that?
The thing he holds.
The thing he holds. Okay. So it kind of looks like the Triton, the Neptune symbol in a way. And it indicates the mystical realm. So it governs dreams, psychic powers, creative pursuits, things along those lines. So feeling someone's energy heavily and then seeing the Neptune show up in the reading does confirm for me that what you're feeling is real. A lot of Neptune talks about spirituality, intuition, the things that we are thinking, dreaming, fantasizing about. And it also speaks a little bit to compassion and passion in general. So for me, I feel like when you say that you're feeling Mike's energy very heavily or strongly lately, it's because you're very intuitive and you're tapping into what this person may be thinking or feeling towards you. I have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here in this reading. Whenever I see matches like this, it always makes me feel like this person feels like you are a good match for them. You are someone that would compliment them, that you would add value to their life in a very complimentary way, that you could be an ideal person to them or kind of what it is that they're looking for. So he is viewing you as someone who, if he had the chance to pursue, would be a good person in his life, to like a good option. I don't know. I hope that that's making sense. You have a lot of third eye energy in this reading as well as the Neptune. So I would say take your feelings seriously. You don't really come to me that often, Rising, and tell me that you're feeling someone's energy on you. That's not typically the type of question you ask. You'll ask like other things, but when you say that you're feeling someone heavy on you, and then I see a lot of third eye chakra and Neptune in your reading, it's making me feel like that's just confirmation. That's just, and it's the most confirmation you're going to get without outright going to Mike and saying, hey, have you been thinking about me? So yeah, that's what I'm getting. But let's pull some more cards and see what else we've got here. So we have some solar plexus. God damn, you have the third eye coming out again. We have some solar plexus in this reading as well, and that's the things that we feel is like our calling. So he could be feeling very drawn to you on a soulmate level at this time. He may feel like, what is your purpose in his life? Why is this happening? He may be trying to understand the connection in another way. Actually, I would not be surprised if like he was getting readings on you and things like that as well. Let's see. What else do I have? So we have Jupiter and we have Saturn, and to me, that's making me feel like he's trying to make a conscious decision between his head and his heart. I was kind of picking up on that a little bit when I had the King of Cups and King of Swords, because King of Cups is very feeling and sentient, and King of Swords is very thinking and cognizant. So when I see the Jupiter and the Saturn symbols coming in, it kind of feels like there is that conflict as well, where you want to kind of follow your heart, but you feel like you need to listen to your head. Maybe you need to be smart about things. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, and so with Saturn and the Seven of Pentacles, it makes me feel like he's considering maybe investing in this. I don't see a lot of action in these cards right now, so this could just be a lot of thoughts and stuff swirling, and because he's thinking very heavily on this, you're just picking up on it very easily. Let's see, what else do I have here? Yeah, I just realized I have the Two of Pentacles. So this is him kind of trying to juggle the different choices or the different options. It's not necessarily him feeling divided necessarily. He doesn't feel divided between you and something else, but he's trying to weigh his options. He's trying to see what the pros and cons would be of pursuing something like this. This is something that he thinks about quite a bit, maybe even sleepless nights. I think he has a lot of regrets with how things been down. Again, I remember like saying in another reading that I feel like he feels like he handled things very wrong, that he has regrets when it comes to how he acted. He felt it might have been very immature, or maybe he's embarrassed. And that is still coming through very heavily. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is trying to understand the mystical side of things, the metaphysical side of things. When you feel a bond or connection to someone, trying to get answers from anywhere that you can, because it must be very confusing on a human level. So again, it's touching on the fact that he's really trying to understand what this is. He's trying to understand what you're thinking, why you're in his life, why the things that have happened between you guys have happened, and deciding like what his plan is going to be. So I would say very confidently that this is him just putting a lot of focus on you and thoughts of you, and that is why you're picking up on him, because when someone's thinking heavily about you, they're going to come through as like um in dreams, or where you just randomly are in the store and you hear their name or things like that, because it's kind of like the law of attraction. What you think about, you bring about. And considering you're a very intuitive person, you are going to pick up on those things. All right, so I just saw you donated again. All right, so let's see. You want to know if Mike is getting readings on you? Yeah, that's totally fine. Let's do that really quickly. Hi, Priestess. Did you check in with me, girl? All right. Is Mike getting readings on Rising Storm, please? Please show me a yes or a no. Is Mike getting readings on Rising Storm? Yes. Oh my God. 9 of Cups. I feel like he's looking for some type of answers that he feels like he might be getting from other people. I will say I feel like he's going to either someone personally that he knows for private readings, or if he is getting them publicly, I think it's under a different. No, well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit with this interpretation, because some parts of me feels like he could be going in private to get more in-depth readings, but the other part of me wonders if he hopes he gets caught asking about you. So I don't know. But yeah, he is, though. I am getting a yes. He is with the 9 of Cups here. He's feeling like he's achieving answers and getting satisfied with the information that he's receiving. It may even be giving him more confidence or higher self-esteem, hearing the things that the readers are telling him. So yeah, that's what I've got for you, Rising. Hi, Priestess. Thank you for checking in. Yeah, something tells me he's going undercover. Something tells me he's going to someone privately. Now that he, like, I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I'm torn on that. I'm torn on it. But what I do feel confident saying is that he is getting the readings. Yes. It sure is. Sure is crazy. All right, how does Chris currently feel now that our divorce will be finalized July 6th? Oh, damn. High Priestess. I guess congratulations. I don't really know what you say in those circumstances. I feel like this has been a long time coming for you, so you're probably feeling all sorts of feelings right now. But if you're happy, then I'm happy for you. How does Chris currently feel, please? Yeah, it sounds like he's happy with what he's hearing, Rising. He's feeling satisfied and he feels like he's achieving the information that he's seeking. You're welcome. His mother told me he misses me. But yes, it's congrats. All right, so let's see. It's like I never know what to say in those circumstances. All right, how does Chris currently feel now that the divorce will be finalized July 6th? Okay, so first off, just no. I'm hearing him say just no. Just no. Like he's not happy. My computer just straight up tried to not let me share this information, so that's interesting. But the devil is here, so that indicates that he still has a very strong attachment to you, High Priestess. And even though this is like legal and there's no, like, he can't do anything about this, I feel like he's very torn up about this divorce. I don't feel like it's necessarily what he wants, and he still feels very much attached to you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I have picked that up on the mother-in-law that she really wants that connection between you guys. Like I said, I'm trying to remember the reading that I did for you, but I'm pretty sure it was like she's very traditional in the way that she thinks. She feels marriage should be forever. She takes her son's side. I feel like her son was a lot of the problem. And she feels responsible for who he is and who he grew into being. And I think that she mourns for the loss of what could have been between you guys. But I don't think that's okay for her to tell you these things. I think that could be kind of mean or confusing for her to tell you these things, you know? But I think for him, he's trying to see what it would be like to move forward. I feel like he feels very helpless, like his hands are tied. The devil often indicates your hands being like in handcuffs, so he feels like he's helpless in this situation, that he doesn't really have a say, or he doesn't feel like he, you know, has much control over how this goes, and it is what it is. I think that he would try or is trying to maybe think about and focus on what else is out there, but he's still feeling very uncertain about this decision. I think he might just be going along with it and doing what you want, or trying to be okay with it just because he doesn't feel like he's going to get any other results. So he feels like it just has to be what it is. But I feel personally that he's still very much attached and connected to you. I don't think that he's prepared enough. No, like he's almost saying like nothing can really prepare you for how this feels. I think he is probably mourning for the relationship despite his actions and what caused the divorce. He probably had a lot to do with. But I think that he's kind of living in this fantasy world right now with the Seven of Cups. It's like a lot of daydreaming and maybe even dissociating, trying to disconnect from reality. So that could indicate substance abuse. And that kind of goes along with the Devil here too. Yeah, I don't think he's really prepared enough for this. I think that he just is laying down his sword and not fighting anymore because he sees that this is something that you really want. He feels stuck. He feels like his hands are tied. He feels like he feels like trapped into this decision that he didn't want. I think he hopes that you guys can reestablish some type of relationship in the future. I have the Three of Pentacles and the Fool, even if that's just a friendship or co-parenting type of connection. But I think that his ultimate hope would be that you guys get back together. Ace of Cups. But he feels like that's just a non-starter at this time. He's definitely second-guessing himself. Like I said, he knows that he's to blame for why you guys are getting divorced, but I think he's thinking I can't help how I feel or I changed my mind. He may even be trying to think of a way out of this, but I think the closer and closer it gets to the date, the more he has to accept what's going on right now. Yeah. He's having regrets. High Priestess, I did pull an extra card for you. I just want to let you know, just as a courtesy, and then I kind of also forgot that it was a 9 cards, so you got 10 cards. But that is what I have for you, High Priestess. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, High Priestess. Thank you for the donation as well as your patience. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Hopefully everyone here has tomorrow off. That would be really cool. I know not all jobs give off, but all right, so last but not least, we have Cappy Rising. Cappy, we are ready for you. Cappy, I'm shuffling for you now. He's a Virgo. Okay. Oh yeah, you said that. You said Santiago the Virgo. All right. What are Santiago the Virgo's feelings and thoughts towards Happy Rising? What are Santiago the Virgo's feelings and thoughts towards Cappy, please? Oh, this is the mini. Okay, you already stated. I got it. This is the mini. What are the feelings and thoughts? Cappy, Sarah, I am curious your history with this person because I almost feel like they have something substantial to offer you. I feel like they keep their feelings for you to themselves, but they really adore you, admire you, they really like you. I have the 2 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles that came out together, which makes me feel like they don't have a chance, or that your relationship won't have a chance, meaning that they kind of like miss you a lot or wish that they could be more involved in your life. The 5 of Pentacles is someone who feels like you're on the outside looking in to someone's life. You're not really a part of their life every day, but there is this deep desire to be, because it comes out with the 2 of Cups, which talks about partnership, unity, love, being a couple, potential soulmates in relationships, feeling compatible and equal attraction. I feel like there's also mutual feelings here, maybe, possibly, or maybe he has feelings for you and you're not quite sure. I don't know what this is, but the 6 of Pentacles indicates that there is a reciprocative desire to be generous with you, to give you something, to make you an offer. And if that card didn't stand alone enough for that confirmation, we have a double confirmation that he would like to offer you something substantial with the Ace of Pentacles. This can indicate more effort, more energy, time, gifts, money, just all of that. Basically more of himself, maybe even a relationship. But I feel like he keeps this to himself because I have the 7 of Swords and the Queen of Cups clarifying. And so it's him wanting to make a choice based on sincere feelings, but feel like he has to hold back, feel like he can't tell you these things. Yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, I'm curious y'all's history, because like I feel like this is a good match for you guys. There might be something there. I would explore it personally. Yeah, these are a lot of good cards. All right, so what is your 10 card rating? For those of you who are just hanging out and giving me the views, I really appreciate it. For those of you who are heading out, if you can make sure that you've liked the live stream if you haven't had the chance to already. We are working on Sarah's last reading of the day, and like I said, I'm not sure if I'll be back tonight. I want to be, but can't ever make any promises on that, so we'll just have to see how the night goes. I'll probably be listing this week more discounts on private readings. I haven't done that in 2 weeks, I think it is. So if you're interested in a private reading with me, be on the lookout because it will probably be 25% off, which I personally feel like is a really good deal considering my normal prices are relatively affordable for a private. 25% discount is even better. Yeah, Cappy, you can make it 2 minis. Go for it. How would Santiago treat Sarah if they were to take it a step further romantically? How would Santiago treat Sarah if they were to take it a step further romantically? Hey, Sunny Truth, my lists are closed. Sorry. I'm about to sign off here in a few minutes. I have your third question. Thank you. Okay, so Spirit is saying this would be a good connection for you to invest in further. I am getting that this person would celebrate you, compliment you. They probably would be really good with words of affirmation when you're in a relationship, making you feel very loved on, showing you a lot of affection and making you feel important. I feel like they'll think of you in times when they don't really have to, but you're going to feel like, this person's really making you a priority. I have the Judgment card, which means that they'll kind of feel like you're able to maybe put a lot of people in the past that aren't necessarily the best for your sanity, for your benefits. I feel like being in this relationship would be rewriting what your thoughts on love would be, maybe, because this person I think this is just going to be a very easy connection. I feel like this person would be very good to have around just in general, even on a friend level. I feel like they have a very good personality and, like you said, a good energy. And I feel like you're going to realize everything that you put so much effort in without really much results. This person's just going to come in and just kind of rewrite your brain chemistry, like rewrite your thoughts on relationships and how they don't have to be difficult, how they can be simple. Now, he could still come with his own set of baggage that you guys would have to work through, but it's definitely not anything like what you've dealt with. And he's still dependable enough and reliable enough that he knows what he's got to do and he knows what he has to work on. I feel like for you, this person would feel a little bit of an escape, but in a good way, and maybe give you the inner strength and courage that you need. I feel like this person would be very confident boosting. They would make you feel very attractive and worthy of love. How will this relationship go? How would he treat her? So yeah, the main thing I'm getting is that he would show you through his words and his actions, what you mean to him. He would make you feel very wanted and desired, complimented and celebrated, is like the main things. All right, so last question. Will she find happiness and peace in her life when she moves out? Yes, High Priestess. So what that's telling me is you already knew. You already knew the answer would be yes. You might move out and find new obstacles and new hardships because such is life, but it will be different and it will be so much more rewarding being on your own. The High Priestess tells me that it's kind of a niggling or like a gentle message of from your intuition that's been telling you, and you already knew that this is what's going to be good for you and this is going to serve you well to move out on your own. So I feel like it's no surprise that when I say yes, that you resonate with that, because it's true. It is the thing that you've been needing to do. It's not necessarily maybe been the right time for you to do something like that, but when the time comes, you'll know it. And I think that all around, I am getting a yes for you. Now, again, it may be difficult for you to move out on your own. Like I said, you might be presented with new obstacles or new struggles. They are showing me the Three of Pentacles. So you might maybe do well with like a roommate situation, possibly. But I think that it's going to give you a new sense of freedom. I have the Fool here. The Fool is very free, liberated, feels like they're beginning a new chapter in their life, feeling like they're able to branch out and do what they want without feeling committed to being under certain expectations. I have the Ten of Swords, which talks about endings and things coming to an end. So that also makes me feel like the feelings that you may have been having recently are very much attributed to the fact that you're living where you're living in the situation that you're in, which means that you would likely feel like you're breaking free and feel like a relief when you do move out. So I am getting, yes, happiness. I am getting peace, because a lot of things will be different, but also keep in mind that there will still be probably a set of obstacles as well, but they might just be different. You know, you might be farther from work, for example, or you might feel like you don't have as much excess spending money, things like that, but it's nothing that you can't handle, and it's definitely worth moving out to be able to achieve these other things that you feel are what might be weighing you down. All right, so Sarah, that is what I've got for you. That's where I'm going to leave it. Everyone else that's hanging in here, thank you for being here. Thank you for the support, contributions, donations, all of that today. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like on your way out if you haven't had the chance to do that. You said your 4 years will be your roommate. Wait, what does that mean? You're welcome. Sunny Truth, I said earlier, all my lists are closed, hon. You can see it scrolling on my screen and in my pinned comment. All my lists are closed. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you next time.